Hello. Welcome to a brand new First Officer Bone stream. We're down here in Miami International Airport. We're heading up to New Orleans, Louis Armstrong International Airport. Before we start, can I get a radio check? Radio check. That's good. Alright, just checking the frame rate here. So this is a GPU test run. I think I have my bit rate slightly too high here, so let's see. Might have to crank that down to about 40. You see that? Yeah, to smooth out the frames. Alright. Alright, stand by here. I'm going to adjust some settings here, and we will get started. Alright, setting. Okay, so that should lower that that issue there. It's kind of interesting, I find it, how we're actually getting even more dropped frames. Let's see here. Let's try 38. That's how far I'll go there. It's holding at roughly 33.6%. Yeah, it's not gonna like that. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna drop my bit rate here slightly here, stand by. I'm still trying to tune out some of this stuff here, but bear with me here. New streamer problems here. Okay, so I'm gonna hold it at 31. It keeps dropping. Alright, whatever, we'll leave it at that. If it doesn't like that, then there we go. Okay, so now we're getting green. That should drop. Perfect. Okay, I like it. Alright, just let me know if you guys start seeing lag spikes or anything like that. Anyway, we are taking off out of Miami International Airport. Right now the weather here in Miami is going to be, we're going to have a light quartering headwind here. Yeah. Okay, so this, let's take a look at the METAR here. Let me turn off my audio. We are going to have a light quartering headwind there. 10 miles visibility, some broken clouds, 3,200, altimeter 3010. So some gusting winds. Weather that I'm most worried about is going into New Orleans. So right now New Orleans has a cell that's kind of parked on top of it. We have a convective segment, so it's going to be bumpy on the arrival in, so we'll let the passengers know that. We're probably not going to serve anything. By the time we reach New Orleans, though, it should be pretty much cleared up, right? I'm not worried about that that green stuff here as much as I'm worried about more of the that. There you go. Okay, yeah, that blue stuff. So yeah, right now the weather in New Orleans looks it looks relatively stable. We are looking at winds 350 at 8. They're landing on 200. So you're gonna have a quartering tailwind. We have a contaminated runway, heavy rain showers, 4 statute miles visibility. So yeah, we're not looking too good there in New Orleans. So the weather is going to be dicey. That being said, let's go ahead and get into it here, and we'll go ahead and start the airplane. Before we do that, check out our cabin here. That's cool. We should check our potable water tanks, make sure that's good, and we'll have a seat right here. We're in a cold and dark airplane, so emergency engine master is off, mode selector, storm weather radar is off, landing gear is down, wipers are to 12. You want to make sure your batteries are above 25.5, BTC is closed, give them a second, and then you're going to turn on your external power. That's going to allow you to there you go. And we'll give the aircraft a couple minutes to start up here. Okay. Punch the master switch. Yeah, smoke detection fault. That is normal. I'm gonna go ahead and put my stream down there. I'm gonna put my live chat up there just in case anybody wants to show up and chat. That being said, we're gonna go ahead and just get to flying here. So we'll go ahead and get started. I'm gonna get my OP up. Have about 17.1 pounds of fuel today, so that's good. So that leaves us landing with 7.2, so we have many options in terms of diversion. We're charted as Alexandria for a diversion, or we have Alexandria on the paperwork for a diversion, but I'd probably want us to go to Houston Intercontinental, so we'll probably divert to Houston Intercontinental. We can't land. We should be able to land though. It's gonna be a spicy landing though. Alright, so we got good oil. So these are CFM engines, so it's 9.5 plus 0.5 per each hour that the engine has been sitting in off. Okay, and we go to pressure, make sure your outflow valves open. Auto, hydraulics are service, and fuel. Looks good. Status recall norm. Looks good. We'll go ahead and get started here. So American Airlines, they go from top to bottom, left to right. Kind of like how you do it on the Boeing, and that's actually intentional. For streamlining purposes, so we'll get that started here in a sec. Before I do that, I want to get my jetway connected, and we are on VATSIN, so let me go ahead and assign my push to talk here. Okay, push to talk should be signed. Not sure why it's not going to go there. Push talk not working. Oh, it's awesome. Okay. Clear that. Alright, I'll fix that in a second here. First of all, let me go ahead and connect. That's probably why. I didn't even connect us. 2186. Well, we are an A320. Alright. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue on with our flight here. So get my chat up. Stupid thing. There we go. Alright. Okay, that works. Alright, anyway, we are going to throw on our... Let me know if you guys can't hear that sound. You guys should be able to hear that sound. I can actually turn on application audio for you guys here, so I'll do that. Turn on vPilot, and then we'll do... there we go. Okay. So loading looks good. 17.1. 17.1 looks good. Alright. I'm going to start with our flow here. So we're going to go nav. We want to wait for your on-bat light to come on. And then you want to wait for it to extinguish. There you go. Coming down, Captain Purse. Some airlines put it to cap. Spirit actually puts it to cap. At American, they do Captain Purse. This basically just controls who has command over the evac button, basically. Alright, ground control. Most miss switch by flight simmers. They don't turn on their ground control. The CVR on the Airbus A320 is a little bit weird. It'll shut off 5 minutes after engine shutdown. Actually, specifically 5 minutes after the depressurization of the blue hydraulic line. So, what you have to do is you got to turn that on so it can record pre-flight action. So you got all of your regular bells and whistles here. One thing you want to look out for is your ECAM cycling. Make sure that your engine page SD comes up on your ECAM. Okay, so that's good. APU. Maybe slightly turn down my game here. There we go. Engine masters, make sure those are good. We'll try to get out of here in a timely manner here so we're not sitting here. So let's this, make sure your fuel panels check. We're not going to do a battery test. You guys have probably seen other streamers try that and it does not work on the Phoenix. Summertime, set those to cold. And we'll come down here. Looks good. We're gonna get out of here quick, so what I'm gonna do is actually start the APU now. Okay. And let's see. We can go ahead and get started with our boarding here. We'll choose fast. Looks good, looks good. We'll put our sunshades down, just make sure it doesn't get too hot here in the cockpit. FADEX are off. Looks good. We're going to test our alternate brake lines. So this is our mechanical brake line. Make sure those work. Make sure your triple indicator moves. You should get a little depreciation in your actual accumulator quantity, or your accumulator pressure indicator should depreciate slightly, indicating that you did use a little bit of the stored pressure in that accumulator. Okay, next we are going to make sure status looks good. Come down to your transponder, we got squawking 3300, 3330. Standby, auto, and flaps, speed brakes for the radar. Okay, looking good. Get our condition page up and make sure that our temperatures look good. I'm gonna have that up while I'm filling out the box. Usually you want to do that during hot weather ops during the summer. Just to remind you that, you know, you got to keep the cabin cool. So lots of complications can come from the cabin not being cool. People can pass out. You can have lots of bad stuff come from a hot cabin. So okay, so IRS in it. Okay, 2186 is our call sign today. We got a cost index today of roughly, drum roll please, we'll go with 45. We'll go with 50. And your cruising altitude, if I got it, 360. $15. I don't think that's real. That's not. That's awesome. 19. Jesus Christ, man. Hey, there we go. I don't know. Top of climb 047. There we go. Alright. Looks good, looks good. We have the 8 right departure, Glads 2. Coming down, we have, I'm using the American Airlines OP, so I'm kind of like scrolling around everywhere. Bags transition looks good. Once you're, look at that, beautiful. Putting this in the box, you want to make sure that you are cross-referencing it with your ND display, moving map. Okay, so I'm gonna put constraint mode up on my ND here. We're gonna go sea salt. Then we have RNAV sea salt lift turn up to deals live. We'll open up our live larts selfie gator above 5,000 Rutlig in Glads there. MSA 2,900 and we have 500 on the top altitude. Go ahead and copy our second flight plan there. Fuel prediction page, we'll fill that out in a second. Miami. Yeah, you don't want to do that. Okay, we're gonna go into our. Before we do that, I want to uplink my winds. Forgot to do that, so we'll go ahead and uplink my winds. That's good. And we'll go into block 2. You have 17.1 on board. I'm going to go ahead and confirm, make sure that they don't have external air connected there, so we'll get that disconnected. We'll turn on our own air. That should better control the temperature there. Final load sheet's already dropped, so we have 122.6 plus 17.1. That should give us a gross weight of roughly 139. Well, 140.2. So zero fuel weight, center of gravity is going to be 30.4. Yeah, 139. Looks good. -4, 139. Yeah, 140. Okay, yep. Gotcha. Looks good. And alt is going to be, we're going to have like 7.2 there. 3.0, there we go, 4.5. Let's see if we put 2.8 in. Okay, then we're legal. That's good. Init page filled out. We're going to now put in our speeds. 8 right. No toga. 3010 is our altimeters, or is our barometric setting here. We'll uplink that. Once that's uplinked, you want to come over here, check your oxygen, come over to your doors page, make sure that's good, make sure there's no dip. There may be a little bit of dip in your oxygen. I don't know if Phoenix simulates that or not, but there may be a little bit of, or there should be a little bit of dip in your oxygen when you test it. Dip in your oxygen pressure. Okay, looks good. NDs, you want to make sure that your primary flight instruments are good, so you want to make sure that your directional indicator is looking good. 30 on 03. Attitude references are matching. Airspeed, altitude, ground speed. Biggest telltale that you have IRS drift is that your ground speed is above 0. That's one of the biggest tattletales there, so make sure you do not have IRS drift there. I got 3010. Got no terrain. Again, we have our blinds down. Usually they do this in real life, so they'd have their blinds down, so because that Miami heat can heat up the cockpit real quick. It gets annoying because it glares on the displays and whatnot. It's just, yeah. Alright, so top altitude 5,000. I'm going to put ADF and VOR in mind. 180F, VOR. You can leave these to neutral if you want. It's good. FCU, it's good. This feels good to be back in the bus, man. Feels good to be back in the bus. Alright. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and perform a pre-flight checklist. Exterior and interior inspections complete. Circuit breakers are checked. Recorders are on and auto. Emergency lights are armed. They're right over here. Move your no smoking sign to auto there so it can charge the internal 12-minute batteries for the emergency lights there. Let's see. Emergency lights are armed. Altimeter is 3010, 3010, 3010 set. Cross check. Flight nav instruments have been checked. Cross check. Takeoff warning has been checked. Radar is off. Parking brake is set. Radios, transponders. We got 118.3 will be our tower frequency. Okay, 118.3. And transponder 3300, 3330 set. That being said, I'm going to turn on my fuel pumps. Well, not yet. Let's go ahead and disconnect our external power. We'll plan our pushback and we'll perform a brief. I'll give you a quick brief. We're taking off. We're expecting to take off 8 right. It's going to be left seat take off. We are going to be threats for today. It's going to be morning, moderately weighted. Other than that, standard recheck consideration. Anything below 80 knots, I'll pull the thrust levers back to idle. Decelerate the aircraft, set the parking brake, analyze situation, perform evacuation checklist. 80 or above, we're only stopped for fire failure or shear. V1 or above, unless this airplane is falling apart, we're going to take it up, return it back to Miami. We have maintenance up here, and if we have an in-flight failure, we'll continue the SID and treat it as an in-flight failure. For the taxi here, I'm expecting a 2-engine taxi, 5-minute warm-up. We will go ahead and just taxi like normal. No risk for taxiway contamination. I checked the NOTAMs. And weather is looking good. Looking at, last time I checked, it was a quartering. I can check now. Yeah, well, quartering headwind. Yep, nothing we can't handle. And other than that, we have the SID is going to be Glads for RNAV Sea Salt, left turn 007 after deals, live, Lart, Selfie, Gator above 5,000, Glads, MSA 2,900, accelerate to 250 until 10, which we have that already preset in the box, and you can check that on the bus by moving to the next phase. Make sure your climb phase is good. You can actually select pre-select, but it should automatically sequence 250 till 10 regardless, and that's the standard profile tuned into the actual bus. Standard minimum is 5 per nautical mile to 520, then 235 per nautical mile to 1,400. Any questions, comments, or concerns? And then transition out to 20,000. Alright, brief is complete. We're going to go ahead and perform a pushback maneuver here. Now I hate pushback tool. But there's no other option, right? I had some issues with it when filming a video yesterday, so let's see if this works here. Thank you, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, Film Fight Deck, your captain speaking. I'd like to welcome you aboard American Airlines 2186 service up to New Orleans. Right now the weather up in New Orleans is looking a little bit stormy, raining. They just had a big cell park on top of New Orleans right now. Should be mostly moved out of the way by the time we make our way to New Orleans to land, but if that cell if the weather is still inclement in New Orleans, we're going to have to circle and hold possible diversion. Make sure you have those seatbelt signs on for the full flight. It's going to be a bumpy ride going into New Orleans. We'll try to keep you updated and try to do everything we can to get you to your destination here today. Just remain seated. Keep those seatbelts on. Keep those seatbelts fastened. Correction. That being said, flight time today is going to be just about an hour and 30 minutes. Should be about an hour and 10 minutes in the air. Welcome aboard, American. We'll be pushing out of here in about 5 minutes. Okay, fuel pumps are coming on. APU bleeds on, beacon light is on. There we go. You don't really need to give out a pushback call on that sim here, so I believe that's more of a European thing. You know, the US, at least from what I've heard, you don't have to give out pushback calls. You can correct me if I'm wrong, though. Just a common courtesy. There we go. We will go ahead and release brakes. Before we do that, we'll do a before start. With before start checklist being, pushback checklist being fuel panel set, doors closed, lock, slides armed, flight deck doors closed, transponders off. Brakes release, clear push. Okay. Here. Oh, awesome. It's doing this thing. That's awesome. See, this is what I mean by better pushback is just garbage to me. Whatever. Alright, we'll start up engine number 1 here. We won't delay. Engine mode select to start. Ignition start. And starting 1. See if I can get a cabin view. No, I don't have it binded. Do an outside view. Oh, that's why, because we have our chocks on. It doesn't automatically take off your chocks, that's funny. Here we go. Okay, number 1 is avail. We'll go ahead and start 2. While that's happening, we'll go ahead and accept that, go into our company messages, make sure those are all clear. We would have our WDR by now. Get our flight controls. Get our trim set up there at 30.4. So it's actually, we have a perfectly balanced airplane today, so we don't need to touch the trim. Number 2 started up, 5-minute warm up on the CFM engines. Indications look good. I'm looking mainly at that oil pressure and those vibrations. The FADEC basically monitors everything else, so you don't need to go too heavy with that. Flaps 1 takeoff. Spoilers. No electric pump today. And we will do a after start check, Yo electric pump off. Engine anti-ice as required. ECM status check. We have no status box, so that's good for us. And that's good. Alright, so we will turn on our taxi lights here. We'll go clear left, clear right. We'll give out a call here. Let me go ahead and plan our taxi route. We're probably going to take Papa. Okay, so yeah. Miami traffic, American 2186 taxiing to runway 8 right via Papa, Miami. Alright, left, right, brakes release, rolling. Okay. Whoa. Almost recreated history there. Awesome. Alright. So Papa's to the left, so we'll go over here. Do a flight control test while we're at it. Pull up. Down. Left. Right. First officer will do their spiel here in a second. Alright, first officer's deal. He'll do his flight control test. I did my rudder. There we go. Max, takeoff test. Wind shear. TARA. Flight attendants, please be seated for takeoff.
The cabin is now secured for takeoff.
Roger. Okay, 5-minute warm-up's coming. Got our taxi and takeoff check. Taxi. Takeoff check. Here we go. Before takeoff checklist here. Runway position set. Flaps are set. Takeoff memo is all green. Brake temps are cold. And takeoff briefing completed. Transponder TARA. Flight attendants are acknowledged. Alright, so we are getting ready for takeoff here. Dilly DeWan says, how about you keep your nose wheel on the yellow line? Well, this isn't Canada, so... See, I get it, though, you know, you're a flight simulator, so you're a flight simmer, I should say, so you have a little bit of a truncated knowledge on, you know, aviation here in the U.S., and that's fine, but here in the U.S., it's not really a crime to have your nose wheel off the center line, you know, so. Alright, clear left, clear right, lights coming on.
Landing traffic, American 1028, push back and start up off of Delta 21.
Miami traffic, American 2186, taking off 8 right, Glads 4, Miami. Here we go, and me heading into the soup, heading into New Orleans. Let's see if we can survive, boys. Alright, let's do this American style here, so put down half on the stick there, now half deflection, spool them up. Thrust set. AD check. V1, rotate. Weather vane in there, pause rate gear up. beautiful. Just a nice little departure here. So we're getting our lever climb prompt there. You don't want to move the thrust just yet. You want to push your nose down just a bit there. Make sure you get a positive trend. There we go. Bring your thrust levers back. Now we have thrust climb, managed climb, and nav. I'm going to go ahead and throw on our autopilot too. And I'm going to get our flaps up, spoilers down, flaps up. Gear up, flaps up, spoilers down. Are you allowed to have the table down during departure? I believe so, actually. I believe so. I believe so. Yes, I've seen videos of guys taking off with the tables down. I'll send you a video. Alright. Does not appear to be any controller. Oh, shoot. I know there's no restriction against it for some pilots. 132 for some airlines. We're supposed to be talking to Miami Center, dude. They snuck up on us like little snakes.
Miami Center, A55, 105.
Okay, 55, Miami, just to maintain 4,000, fixed visual approach runway 18.
4,000
Miami Center, American 2186, holding 5,000 on the glads.
American 2186, Miami, we're contact. Contact 7,000. Actually, they take 5,000. I got traffic I'm not talking to. I can't guarantee they're not just going to violate everything and hit you.
Okay, we'll main 5,000 for traffic. American 2186.
Miami Center, go 1215, 250 for 360.
Delta 15, my center, I'm in altitude, maintain level 350.
350, go 1215.
That's pilot deviation. That's not pilot deviation if I didn't know they were on.
Alpha Axia 351, Miami descending coastal free, Miami altimeter 3010.
So we're stuck at 5,000 for traffic. They can't contact this traffic. So this is good. They can't talk to this guy.
527, you don't need to give me a whole spiel about everything. Just check in with your altitude and your thing. Delta 1709, monitor to contact, maintain 13,000.
There's is that the stadium where the Miami
527, Miami
used to
Center, hello. Swan 22, Miami, I'll leave your clearance for you shortly.
Alright, so we didn't get the cost. Everyone has been set up. We just got the altitude. What else do you think you're about?
Axiom 351, descent via coastal 3, Miami altimeter 3010.
Alright, so this is the coastal for arrival 10.
Miami Center, November 378 Tango Bravo, 220, about 10 out from Barrel.
American 963, Miami, if you're up, expect ILS 21-2, just maintain 3,000.
People says
Okay,
you
we're down to
can't take
3,000.
off
We
with
have the
your table
RNAV
down.
plugged in for 1-2.
RNAV Yankee 1-2?
I swear I've seen a video of a guy taking off with his table down.
American 963.
It was a U.S. guy too.
Actually, don't even have the
Might
search for
have
that
to-
up yet. Too.
He might have to review
everyone's
that
up
after
there for
later.
it. American 1286, time maintain 16,000.
Climb maintain 16,000, American 2186.
American 963, clear our Havoc, cross Havoc, Edinburgh 3000, clear RNAV Yankee, runway 12, approach.
Havoc
Thrust climb.
3,000, clear the RNAV Yankee 1-2, American 963.
No, 378 Tango Bravo, Miami, did you check in?
Yeah, we tried to check it a little bit ago.
Okay, thanks.
None shall pass
Bravo
Big
across
B.
the side at
Co-pilot
110,000,
is
10 Delta
in.
Clear,
Co-pilot's
3098.
not in proper uniform yet.
Across the east side at
Dude, this dude looks
110,000
like
for
William Defoe.
378 Tango Bravo.
Walker 855,
Doesn't he look like-
maintain
look at the
2000,
picture,
maintain
William
display
Defoe.
at your 9 to 10 o'clock and 15 miles.
2001 calling, so we're,
Flight center arrow, 523 is currently 49 miles north of Lakeland, WOR 7000.
I'm trying to
Edelweiss 38, Miami Center, squawk
trying to get out of Miami's
6061.
airspace here.
6061, Edelweiss 38.
It's
Air
not,
5312 Lima, Miami, Lakeland,
yeah,
altitude
this guy's like
3011.
he has on the
3011,
he has on the code and everything. He's-
American 1280, American 2186, trying to tape level 360.
Up to 360 for American 2186.
American 1356, Flying Center, climb and maintain level 370.
370, American.
Okay, 360 is blue. No need
Delta
to push or
1709,
pull
climb and maintain level
anything.
330.
First climb, open climb. We're passing through 10. I'm gonna go ahead and get some this drag off.
American 279, Miami,
I'm gonna go ahead and
American
Quicker
1297,
seatbelts.
Miami Center, are you up?
Hey, Walker 855, I got 347.
Walker 855, flight visual approach, runway 18.
Visual approach 18, Walker 855.
And good afternoon, Miami Center, American 1028 with you at Miami. Spot 5 information, November, ready for taxi.
American 1028, Miami runway 8 right, taxi via Mike.
Roger, 8 right via Mike for American 1028.
so we're getting rocked around, guys, with some bumps. Billy Dewan says, "You ever milked a cow, Max?" Can't say I have. No. I've seen a cow get milked. It's a long time. We're getting
Swamp,
rocked.
22, clearance when you're ready, and I'll get you going.
Hey, ready for the clearance.
Swamp 22, clear Naples via radar vector Carney, that's climb and maintain
Like,
16,000, that'll be your final
yeah.
departure of the frequency, squawk
We
5315.
call up the flight attendants, let them know to stay in their seats. We're probably going to go over to
direct to
MC. We're going to go over to
squawk 5315.
AOC, go over to dispatch.
Swamp 22, read back correct. It's going to be radar vector Carnew,
Go to
but you ready for departure?
1 second, I'll switch now.
Okay.
Miami Center, runway 198, flight level 350.
Runway 198, my center, squawk
space,
3374.
space. We
3374.
Miami Center, good afternoon.
Yeah.
Southwest 635, flight level 370.
Southwest 635, my center, good afternoon.
rocks.
Miami Center, Delta 1472, flight level 370.
20 nautical miles from Baca.
Delta 1472, my center, cross Marcy at flight level
There we go.
240.
Cross Marquee at flight level 240, Delta
You send that off
1472.
to ops there. Rest day symmetry there. Make sure we got lever symmetry. Here we go.
Airshare 243, my center, good afternoon. Unit, American 800, Miami Center, squawk 0540.
Have I ever milked a cow? That's an interesting question.
Sunwing 198, and need you at an even altitude, would you like 34 or 360?
We would be able to make 360.
Sunwing 198, client
It's
tape
like
level
Jason's
360.
upstream too, so
Climb
I'm gonna go ahead
and
and
maintain
get that
flight
up
level
on
360, Sunwing 198. At Miami Center, 1.2, ready to go, runway 9.
Swamp 22, turn left heading 360, runway 9 are cleared for takeoff.
360, runway 9, clear for takeoff.
It's 1214, my center, good afternoon.
there's
Walker
that's the
855, runway
Everglades
18,
airport
settle
over
in.
there.
Well,
It's a
when
very
I
isolated airport.
Miami Center, good afternoon.
Imagine
November
losing an
15,
engine
Delta
having
6
like
Papa,
that.
which is level
Imagine losing both
450.
your engines having one.
Number 15 Delta, Victor Papa, my center,
Okay,
squawk 0546.
17,600 for 1
0546, already got it here. I can for you.
So
15
we'll
Delta
go
Papa.
ahead and standard. Flight attendants are still
My Pacific, good afternoon, November
Still
615 Sierra.
Lights.
Air 615 Sierra, my center, state flight level.
15 Sierra descending to flight level 360.
Air 615 Sierra, descend and maintain flight level 70.
Flight level 70, 15 Sierra.
Miami Center, good afternoon. Delta 5738 on the ground at Exima.
Axiom 351, the other approach request you just like the visual.
We'll take the visual tonight.
American 963, runway 12, clear to land.
12, clear to land, American 963.
Get Right. That being said, I am going to get some of those shades up here. Well, we'll
Air
leave
5253 Charlie,
leave our
descending
shades up
8000,
until
Key
we
West,
cross
altimeter
over this
3004.
beautiful blue coast.
So maintain 8,000 Foxtrot.
Once we cross over the beautiful blue coast, sorry guys, I'm on comms with our dispatcher here, Billy DeWan.
Air 378 Tango Bravo, quick visual for runway 18.
Visual 18 for 78 Tango Bravo.
I gotta get one of those foam stands there. Alright. Okay, so anyway, it's asking oh man, our dispatcher needs to be reported to HR, man.
Swamp 22, to contact the altitude.
Dispatcher DeWan.
I'll pass
everybody.
4,000 for something.
Alright, so
Swamp 22,
we
proceed on
are
current.
gonna pass over this blue coast. I'm gonna get my little terrain on ND thing. That's just so I know when we're feet wet or not. We'll talk about inching out, Gulf Coast flying. We're gonna be pretty close to the Gulf anyway, so it's not gonna matter. But I like the symbology you get, so turn that down a little bit.
Southwest 675 to
With a tree tip
76
oil.
arrival for Lauderdale
Get some
East, altimeter
breakfast.
3010.
Descend 65, landing east, 3010, Southwest 635.
Okay,
Delta
I'm
1850,
gonna
Miami
see,
Center on frequency.
while we're up at cruise, I'm gonna look for the video I saw where the captain took off with his tray table.
American 1297, flash of
If I can find it, I'll show you.
American 1297, my
Just,
center flex 0514.
Just to prove our dispatcher wrong.
0514, American 1297.
Delta 1850, check your mic, it's all static.
Yeah, our co-pilot is wearing like a little
Yeah, how do you
sweater
copy now?
over his.
1855 by 5,
And
descending
I guess he took
3000,
off his
quick visual
pants
approach
and
runway
shoes,
1.
so he's kind of like,
Expect visual
Wear
approach
khakis.
runway 19er
what are
right
those?
and expedite descent.
What are those? Those are like Converse.
Descend to maintain 3,000, expecting visual for 19 right.
Right.
Hey, American 963, we're clear runway 2 at Victor, headed to Delta 38.
Second 963, taxi ramp via Papa Whiskey, good day.
Papa Whiskey 963.
How long are we in?
Miami Center,
9
American
minutes, let's
1028,
take a look.
runway 8 right, ready to go.
American 1028, RNF, correction, RNF baller, runway 8 right, clear for takeoff.
Roger, RNF baller, clear for takeoff, runway 8 right, American 1028.
That's the map here. I can see
Miami Center, Air Share 243, got a question?
That's good.
Air 243, just stand by 1 and I'll get back to you. Delta 1215, frequency change approved. American 1297, frequency change approved.
Change approved, American 1297, we'll see.
Yep. Phenom 53 Charlie, expect RNAV runway 6 approach, RNAV runway 9 approach.
Roger, RNAV runway 9, we have a program from base, 5 Charlie.
Alright.
Airship 243, you got
We planned for runway 9er in Miami. Are we able to amend that to runway 12 for the weather?
Airship 243, make that request closer. I can't give you a runway assignment
I
yet.
can center for a while here.
Okay.
While we're here, we'll cycle the MC.
There'll probably be 8 left for you, honestly.
£13.6 of fuel. Talk about fuel management. Looks good. Please be close to it. Beautiful.
378 Tinker Bro, you should be maintaining your last assigned altitude. For now, just to maintain 7,000.
Down to 7,000, Tango Bravo.
Delta 29 Miami Center. Good afternoon. Back at 1028 for contact, maintain 7,000, say altitude.
Climbing through 1,100 and up to 7,000 for American 1028.
Awesome.
Delta 29 Miami Center, good afternoon.
Love to see it. Love to see it. There, we're gonna go ahead and pop into Jason's stream here. Once we reach our cruising altitude, of course. Let me go ahead and get this set up here.
Sorry, call sign one more time for the stop sign.
Sleep better and save bigger during the Memorial Day event at the Living Spaces Sleep Center. Save 25% on a Helix Twilight Luxe mattress or save
Okay,
up to
800 Dave
$1,500 on a
Bubble
perfect
340.
Appreciate it. 340, American 8.
Ma'am, it's better. I'm so sorry. I had my headset on. I was cleaning the Dominican 7004 with you 340.
Second 7004, my center, no worries. Squawk 6016.
Squawk 6016 for Dominican 7004.
Air 53 Charlie, cross the Indian, Airbus 3000, cleared on runway 9 approach.
Base at above 3,000, cleared on runway 9er, 53 Charlie.
Delta 1850, I don't know why you're deviating off the arrival. Turn left heading 360. Turn left heading 330, climb and maintain 3000.
Left turn 360, Delta 18.
Delta 1850, make sure you program the arrival correctly next time. I'm not really sure where you're going at all. The Tampa airport that you're 1 o'clock in about 3 miles. Advise the airport in sight.
Yeah, I had these programs runway.
You don't know. If you're
yeah, there's confusion.
Okay. Delta 1850, do you have the airport in sight?
Okay, well that's good.
Yes, sir, field sight.
Follows.
Delta 1850, you could clip visual first going 19er right, and you can enter, I guess, the right downwind for runway 19er right from your present position. It doesn't really matter, no one's nearby.
We are Alice's web. It's not right yet.
Yes, sir, we'll do the downwind for 19er right. Delta 1850.
American 2186 for traffic, maintain level 320. American 2186 for traffic, maintain level 320. Delta 1472, stop your descent, maintain level 350 for traffic.
Stop climb 350, Delta 1472.
American 2186, traffic alert. Traffic 12 o'clock, 30 miles converging. Stopping at level 350. Stop your climb, maintain level 320.
Close that. While I'm here, I'm going to go ahead
American
and
2186, maintain flight level 320.
Because now I'm curious.
American
I
2186,
swear I've seen a video that
Delta 1479, vectors for traffic, turn left heading 090.
A320 captain taking off with their...
Delta 1472, vectors for traffic, turn left heading 090.
Left 090, Delta 1472.
American 2186, Miami. Axiom 351. Why are you descending below the last assigned altitude on the arrival?
Oh, we did this. Sorry, when can we develop?
You gotta look at the chart, sir. You just caused a conflict with another traffic. Go pull up the chart. Let me know when you figure it out.
Yes, we have the chart, American.
Jesus Christ, what is going on? I'm gonna turn him down, guys, because he's screaming a bit.
Right. But if you look at the chart, Yarko is the last waypoint you direction to. Yarko, landing, ocean breeze, down at the last assigned altitude on the arrival. American 2186 might have to respond quickly because if not, a supervisor is going to probably suspend you.
Say again, American 2186.
American 2186, I've been trying to call you for about 3 minutes because you were in conflict with other traffic. You cannot step off frequency without permission. Because of this reason.
We apologize, we're having audio issues, American 2186.
Action 351, disseminate take 2000, field at your 1 o'clock, 101. American 1028, flying in 16,000.
16,000 for American
Block 22, descend and maintain. Block 22, descend and maintain. Sorry, never. American, Delta 1472, clear, Mark,
The hell? So we're up here at 340. We're pending what? That's his fault. Where are they heading? Hold on. Let's take a look here. Let's take a look. We're going to take a look at this. So this Delta wasn't at the right altitude. Almost hit us. Okay.
They exist for a reason, and you're expected to fly them until it's instructed otherwise. You have an 1111 frequency change trigger. You have 615 here, frequency change trigger. Axiom 351, field 12 o'clock, 5 miles.
Alright. Sorry guys, I'm a bit busy. Climb maintain flight level 360, American 2186. Jesus Christ, man. Look away for a couple seconds. Some idiot's not following the arrival.
We are should be on the approach for runway 14. One second. It's going to be my second approach for runway 14.
Do you want to conduct the approach from Lanky?
We can. Man, we can take them before.
So it is a 4 frequency change for your connect.
Thank you.
Typing out something here. Sorry about that. Okay. Alright, so if you're just checking in right now, what just happened was we were climbing up to cruise. I thought we had, no traffic, or, I thought we had no contacts, no one in the area. But what's happening? So what just happened was we just had a conflict with a Delta that wasn't following their arrival. Interesting. That's interesting. I'm gonna have to go back and replay that stream, man. That's insane. That's absolutely nuts.
We are 1,000 watts.
Squawk 4215.
4215.
Delta 5778, my secondary frequency.
Yes, sir.
Delta 5778, my center, squawk 4231.
4231 for 738.
There's 3 Delta Foxtrot, runway 4, clear for takeoff. Delta 1709, frequency change through.
Jeez. I'm waiting for a handoff here, and get her. Jeez Louise, man. Alright, so we'll get our handoff here. And I'm going to go ahead and put in. Alright, so full stories. So I got the story laid out for the replay. I just contacted the controller. What happened was some idiot, it was the Delta, he was an idiot. He wasn't following his arrival, and he was on a intercept course with us, contact course with us, and he needed us to descend, or he needed us to stop our climb, so he stopped their descent, let us keep going. Yeah, just interesting situation. Jeez, man, that was interesting. I needed water, man. That was, wolf. Goodness. Whew. Mm. Man, I'm gonna have to go back and watch the replay on that. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and prove dispatcher wrong here. We're gonna prove the one here wrong. So I'm gonna go ahead and look up A320 takeoff POV. And I swear I've seen a video. Look at that. Okay, so this is a Dewan. Let me know if you're in the chat right now. Let me know if you're in the chat. I'm gonna share it. I'm gonna turn this on here. Let me know. I'm about to prove you wrong, dude. I'm about to prove you wrong. Check this out, bud. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna to rub it in your face. I'm gonna send it to you. Let's see if we can. I'm gonna delete this. Check this out, everyone. Just take a look, get a load of this. Tray table out. Delta pilots taking off with their tray table out. So, am I right or am I right? Look at that. Now he does have his tray table partially folded in. You can't do that on the Phoenix, but we'll say for simulation purposes that my tray table is partially out. Look at that. Am I right or am I right, people? Dispatcher is wrong again. It is okay, though. Alright. me send this to him here. Alright, so we are almost about to cross over ETP. It's good. Keep those seatbelt signs on.
Okay, 5151 and 180. 180, yeah. Let me know when you're ready, copy your bend reading, fine. Alright, Roger, 51. Alright, 22. Yeah, heading 180, squawk 515. 51510. Moving 111 for your planning, it's going to be the stand bar for your arrival.
Alright, so
You are ready to copy. Alright, Roger, stand by.
alright. Take a look.
Start your right, actually, if you haven't started your right, start left turn heading 270. Okay, 270.
So we have no arrival going into New Orleans.
American 111 clear to the Miami airport via direct Carter. Kilo Alpha Romeo, Tango Romeo, stand bar for your arrival.
I'm gonna go ahead and take a look at that weather here preemptively.
Okay, Carter to stand bar 3.
Let's take a look at our weather in New Orleans here right now.
Carter on stand bar 3 with a side tack transition. 111. Thank you, guys. 111 is 9 level 240. Okay, 240.
Can't even get the iPad back. Yeah, tailwind. Okay, 3606.
Okay, over 22 decimal link for American 1028. Hopefully things calm down for you. Thanks for the ATC.
Thanks, Delta 1472, cross main, down about 3,000, clear out at
22.8.
19
Yeah, it's that Delta having issues. Alright. So we're looking at 3 statute miles visibility. We're looking at quarter crust 16 knots. Rain. So it is going to be a full ILS landing here. So you'll get to see me do that. That's going to be fun. And we get, let's go ahead and we get handed off right at Rossi. That's our handoff. Why'd I do that?
Okay, 270 and still 2240. 111.
Yep. Fat, dumb, and happy here, so looking good. Get up here, stretch your legs. So you tell the lead to fly it tight in it. Yeah. Get ready for landing. Guys, back here can get ready for landing early. We're gonna have some bumps going into New Orleans. Alright. Use the restroom. Come back in. A320, you can get up and stretch your legs. You can do that. You also have circuit break. A little fidget toys you can press here. Circuit breakers, pull them all out. No, I'm just joking. Don't do that. Yeah. $232. I'm gonna make a little bones off bridge. Little sign there. While I'm up here, I'll put a we'll do that. It's getting hot in my room, dude. Yep. Get some more of that air conditioning going. So, I'm gonna
7,000 passing, 2,800 now, American 542.
I'm gonna mute my mic here, take a little break.
Southwest 1586, expect ILS 29 air approach.
Hey, StarCal Astro, 109 approach to Southwest 1586.
American 111, turn left heading 250, descend and maintain flight level 180.
250 to 180.
Southwest 2770, line center, contact level 230.
Jesus, request for the
Southwest 2779 for different flight.
Miami Air Obama 229 with 2 climbing of the prep out.
On 229, line center, contact level 240.
I maintain 240. Could you get 220 240?
229 and Delta Sydney, take level 220.
And level 220, Obama 229.
American 543, heavy contact 16,000.
I maintain 16,000, American 546.
American 2186, frequency change group, good day.
Miami Center, Delta 321, coming radio 130.
Delta 321, Miami, to contact exit chart, altitude next time. Altitude 4,000, you cannot climb above that without permission. Climb and maintain 16,000.
Can I maintain 16,000? I'll apologize for that.
Yeah, 1 Echo Mike, runway 9 taxi to Alpha. Delta 15, line center, any copy with? Delta 15, increase to the TT5, Fort Lauderdale, East, altimeter 3010.
3010. American 2186 over to the count.
Delta 3120, sequence.
Hello. Alright, I'm gonna reconfigure my audio here.
Sorry that we came in quicker than anticipated.
94. We're gonna go ahead and get ready for descent here. We're gonna be doing an ILS. Runway 2.
Just enough.
20 here. Let me go ahead and select the runway here. So we will be doing the ILS for 2. No transition. That's gonna kick our T over D down the road there. That's good. I actually want to get my weather radar on for this route here, so we'll turn this off.
You gotta keep it free and certain. You can't go up to our highest altitude.
Alright.
You can see on the weather radar, everything nasty is now off the left base. We got kind of ready 270, we're heading direct west. Once we get to Tosi, we'll start with south end. And that will keep us well into the seas. Give me a like on that, guys, if you thought that was good.
Flight attendants, please prepare for arrival. We're going to go ahead and get them seated and prepared for arrival nice and early today, so they're in their seats and ready to go by the time we start our descent. I'm going to also bring my chat back up here. Prepared for arrival nice and early today, so they're in the seats and ready to go by the time we start our descent. I'm going to also bring my chat back up. Alright. Here we go. We are going to get ready for descent here. So I got winds negligible. Let's talk about all the factors going into this arrival here. We can land. I'm going to give us auto brakes medium because we are going to have a wet runway. So auto brakes medium. Wind shear is definitely a threat. In the event that we do have wind shear, this airplane makes it real easy for you. It's the same thing on the 737. Okay, these modern jets make it real easy for you. Slam those thrust levers to toga, don't touch anything else. You know, if you have your autopilot on, slam the thrust levers forward, don't touch anything else. If you don't have your autopilot on, slam the thrust levers forward, follow the flight director bars. They'll automatically go into a wind shear mode. If we don't have our flight director bars for some reason whatsoever, slam those thrust levers forward, pitch for 17.5 degrees. Wind shear escape attitude. Any questions, comments, or concerns on that? So wind shear is definitely a threat. I'm looking at the flight radar right now. Let's see if we had company land. We just had company land a couple hours ago, but that's obviously... Let's see what we got here. Alright, so I'm going to look at the latest arrival we just got. So it was looks like a NetJet. NetJet wheels down roughly 20 minutes ago. So it's possible they came in from the north. That's actually the worst side. We're coming in from the south, so we can definitely get down there if we wanted to. So we're good for descent. Obviously, that cell is actually moving forward. All we have to worry about is wind shear turbulence. Contaminated runway. We have about 10,000 feet of runway. So medium auto brake. We're going to be doing obviously a flaps full landing. And we're going to go ahead and take a look at our chart here. And I'm going to brief this line by line. Because we are doing the full ILS today. So no hunky junky backup. Quick brief. Look at the chart. Go. You actually have to actually brief the whole thing today. Put 6,000 there. All right. Are you ready for the approach brief? Approach brief. Okay. Let's take a look here. All right. So we talked about our threats. We're going to be landing. We're going to be doing the ILS for runway 2. Localizer frequency is going to be 111.7. Approach course is 016. I got that. Airport elevation is going to be 3. Autopilot coupled approach is not available below 880 feet. Okay. So we talk about autopilot coupled approach. What does that mean? We can't fly it with autopilot. Autopilot flight director, we can't use it. So we have to disconnect the autopilot at 1,000 feet. We'll hand fly it down, hand fly the ILS all down from 1,000. We should be visual contact with the runway. I gotta see. Let's take another look at that weather. I don't know if we are going to be visual contact with the runway here. Around there we should indeed get visual contact with at least the lights. Other than that, we're good all the way to Men's. If we have to go around or do the publish, it's a climb 1,500, right turn 3,000 off the VOR there to Snacky and 36.6 DME, then we make a hold. MSA is 2,100, so if we get lost, don't go below there. Misapproach altitude is 3,000. Initial fix Royal. Above 2,000 glide slope intercept is 2,000 feet Powie for a 8-mile final, 8.7 mile final, 3.0 glide, 56 feet over the touchdown zone. 415 is going to be our minimums for right now. Other than that, got any questions, comments, or concerns? Okay, so we got medium auto brake, full flaps, 415 set Vero. I got the frequency set. Passengers are brief. Pretty much good to go now. Let's rock and roll. All right. Slam those first questions, comments, or concerns? Alright. 7.2, we're going to go ahead and start our descent now. Okay, 19er. We'll just then maintain 6,000 there. I'm going to let it manage here. I'm going to let it manage to about Fatso or Harvey. Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, we started our descent. Again, please remain seated with those seatbelts fastened tightly across your lap. Tour wheels down and parked at the gate, and I've turned off that seatbelt sign. Should be on the ground in New Orleans in roughly 20 minutes. So with that being said, again, please remain seated in your seats with your seatbelts fastened, please. Weather in New Orleans right now, storming, 75 degrees. Should be good to land in New Orleans. It's going to be a bumpy ride down. So please remain in your seats. Seatbelts fastened. Flight attendants have come through with their final checks. And from the flight deck, cabin crew and American Airlines Operations Centers out in Dallas, Fort Worth, we'd like to thank you for flying American Airlines today. We'd like to welcome you into New Orleans. Alright, I'm going to put my shades down. I want full visibility here. No distractions. Okay, so we're descending towards the ground here. There's the yo-yo. Aircraft's going to capture the yo-yo. We're going to go thrust idle. Idle thrust, nose is coming down. Idle thrust, descent nav. It might need a little bit more drag. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, we'll pull a lever there. Get a little bit of drag out. Presetting my our altimeter there. It looks like we got a transition in on there, so let's go ahead and clear that out. We'll just leave it in there. We'll be directing. We'll be vectoring to real anyway. And we're going to cross harv at, we'll do cross harv at 9,000. Our speed brake's still out there. That's fine. Yeah, and that's going to cause more buffeting to an already buffy situation. Looking at that weather radar, we're trying to stay out of that that red and amber there. It looks like on our approach path. Yeah, wind shear is going to be a big threat here. We have a convective segment, but no official wind shear. No known wind shear advisories, so we're looking good. We're still good to land, so. Okay, strobes and lights. Lights coming on. Niner 4, set cross check. We'll do our checklist. Approach checklist. Flight and nav instruments are verified. Cabin notification has been completed. FMS flight phase is in. It's been checked, and altimeter is cross checked. Alright, looking at our perf page here, or our prog page, sorry. We're plus 3.1 here, so. Plus 3,000 above path to Harvey, which is, that's not a charted restriction there. I just set that in to help us descend and manage. That's a little trick you can do there without having to change your change from managed to selected. You can go ahead and just descend via just throwing in fictitious restrictions into the box here. Thrust idle. It's gonna go ahead and start slowing up. Speed brake's still out. You may have some bumps here. Alright, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get vectors going. Yeah, no. Nope. Nope. Okay, we're gonna make a left turn here away from that big old cell. We go 290. Oh, thunder. Oh, dude, this is gonna be spicy, guys. I got 280 set in the heading bug. And I got red on the outside here, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and turn to 260. This is it, guys. This is the suit. Yeah, he getting shaking around and stuff. I'm just gonna hold us here at 7. Cabin's ready to go. Keep us at 250 there. We'll go 240. Turbulence penetration speed under is actually 230. Yo, 290 there. We'll see if we can get below this. Let's go 4. Thrust to open descent. Right there. I'll go ahead and just bug 2. We'll go straight into it. Let's go. Landing lights can also come on. Let's cause more shaking there. Ooh. Sheesh ways. Alright, we're in a slow. No, we'll keep it going, keep it going. 230. Loke star now. Come on, get down. Alright, gear down. Okay, speed's coming back to 170. Flaps 1. Speed verified, flaps 1. Approach mode. Glide slope star. This approach out to 3000 set. There's glide slope capture. Flaps 2. Speed verified, flaps 2. Spoilers coming back into arm. Speeds fluctuate in there, flaps 3. Speed verified, flaps 3. Come on, get the speed under it. Come on. You should be thrust idle, you idiot. Oh my god. I know what's happening. It didn't auto cycle. Let's see. Let's see if it slows. Get ready for a go around. Fuck. Oh god. Alright. Go around. Come on. Man, Toga SRS go around track. Now you move it to climb, thrust climb. SRS go around track. Pause and brake, gear up, flaps 3. That's on me, I forgot to auto sequence the stupid approach phase. Flaps 2. Or flaps 1, please. Flaps up after takeoff. Gears up, flaps up. Spoilers there. Spoilers are down. .210 on the speed here. We'll go 020 on the heading. We'll spin a tight circle around. Stay as close to the airfield as possible, because that's where we've gotten the smoothest weather. Oh no. Oh no, it's coming across on our approach path, guys. Oh no. At a big red. Uh-oh. Alright. Spin over to 200. Here, that was my mistake. Fatigue's really setting in. Didn't get much sleep. Been working on Gulf Meridian Air, so. Alright. 200. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain seated. Sorry about that. We have to go around so we can perform a safer landing this second time here. Please remain seated with your seatbelts fastened. Speed verified, flaps 1. Speed verified, flaps 2. Manage speed, gear down, flaps 3. Yeah, I'm not messing with this. We're getting configured nice and early. Spoilers. And flaps full, speed verified. And a landing check. Under gear down, flaps full, spoilers armed. Okay, this time we cycled the approach. Loc, capture. Glide slope star. 3000. Keep the aircraft coming down here on the slope. I got runway in sight. My craft. Get my stupid wiper off. 1,000 feet stable. A little bit high on slope there. That's simply because I was messing around with the wipers. We'll capture it. Yep, sync 1.1, check. Sync 1.0, good. There we go, there's the slope again, 500 on target, sync rate 0.7. Landing. Spoilers. My brakes. 80. And we'll go ahead and just stop it right there. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to New Orleans. I gotta head out. Thank you for choosing First Officer Bones as your choice of entertainment today. That was definitely a goofy flight. I'm gonna go back and watch over some of that stuff. That was a cool little go around. That being said, thank you guys for coming. I'll see you in the next one.